The end of Israeli control over and responsibility for the Gaza Strip allows the Palestinians, if they so wish, to develop their economy and build a peace-seeking society.
But they didn't. And now that Israel is at war with Hamas, history is literally being rewritten to state that Israel created an open-air prison in Gaza. But that's not the case. Let's delve into what really happened. After the 1948 Israeli War of Independence, the Gaza Strip fell into Egyptian hands. Israel gained control during the 1967 Six-Day War. Israel never really wanted the land. It was won after battle with Egypt. Fast forward to 2004, the Second Intifada, Yasser Arafat's bloody campaign of Palestinian suicide bombing in response to the peace negotiations at Camp David was finally coming to an end. On the Israeli side, then Prime Minister Ariel Sharon made the difficult decision to withdraw from Gaza, and by September 2005 it was done. Israel had removed every last civilian and soldier from Gaza. This is the bit you might know. About a year later, Hamas won the elections in Gaza. They had been funding social projects around the Strip. This was the media coverage at the time.
For 2 decades, they've built a grassroots network of social services, like this medical clinic that charges $2 a visit.
A rose-tinted view of Hamas. To the Palestinian people, they were angling themselves as a credible alternative to the corrupt Palestinian Authority run by bitter rivals Fatah. Following their victory in 2007, Hamas violently overthrew Fatah in Gaza, effectively getting rid of any political opposition. Long before Hamas won the election, rockets from Gaza fired at Israeli communities were a regular occurrence. And after they won, it got worse. More rockets were fired at Israeli civilians. Those rockets were made from water pipes and other everyday imports into the Strip. There was even Hamas-linked terror attacks in Egypt. Without further options to stop the constant rocket barrages coming from Gaza, Israel and Egypt began restricting imports into Gaza for the sake of security. Hamas doubled down on terrorism. Instead of stopping the attacks, they focused on training a new generation of jihadists sworn to Israel's destruction. When Israel withdrew from Gaza, it was the opportunity for Palestinians to establish the groundwork for independence. That was the idea. Israelis hoped the Palestinians would govern themselves and peacefully prosper alongside them. Building a barrier around Gaza was never the plan. But still, the media and international community insist that ending the occupation will finally solve the conflict. But many Israelis are asking how that's meant to work. Israel withdrew from Gaza hoping for peace. Instead, they got terror and now war in return.